You have the 1990s. Michael Jordan comes back to basketball after years of playing baseball. 2016, LeBron James comes back to Cleveland to win a championship. 0-0, both BC and AD. Jesus Christ comes back to life. 2020, the Toolbox returns to podcasting. Welcome in, everybody, to the first episode of the new Toolbox. I say new, it's not really new. You know, we got the same faces here, but, you know, we're doing things on our own terms now, which is really great. I'm Jaret Andrews. Joined with me, as always, we had like 50 to 100 episodes of the regular Toolbox. What a run we had, and now we're bringing it back. Jaret Andrews joined along, as always, Stu Winsek. Stu, how you doing, buddy?
Hi. I'm doing well. I'm a little confused about that whole BC, BCE, AD quote, but we'll get to that later.
Well, like they measure his life as after death. That's like how we do years and stuff. So I didn't know, like...
I don't want to take away from Zach's intro, but we should really dive into this right now.
And also, Zach Ristamaki. Zach.
I'm here too.
Hey, man.
I come after Jesus, but that's all right.
I feel like I'm not dressed for the occasion right now. You got Stu wearing the tuck shirt, Zach with a little Hawaiian get-up.
Well, I just got back from vacation. We had a whole year. I spent a whole year on vacation.
You know what? That's fair enough.
Are you mad about coming second to Jesus?
No.
Yeah,
if I'm right after Jesus, that's okay with me.
Hey, I definitely prioritized what we got going on, and we are well above Jesus.
Look, I come second all the time, so...
Well, there goes religious following. It was nice to have you for about a minute and a half there.
Yeah, just give us some time. I guarantee you. You will love us more than Jesus by the time this episode is over.
Stay tuned for the second half of the show where we make up for what we just said.
Who said that? Who said that? Paul McCartney, the Beatles were bigger than Jesus?
I didn't say that. Jared, did you say that?
I think he said Paul McCartney.
Paul McCartney said it, Stu. Oh. That's what I said.
Oh, no, I missed that. All right. Well, that's fun. Good on them.
It's a bold statement, but, you know, we like to shoot high. You know, why shoot low when you can shoot high?
Well, the Beatles are a little bit more successful than we are right now. Right now.
You know, the archives, the people who look back on history will look back at this podcast in about 50 years and be like, wow, these guys...
We did more for podcasting than the Beatles did for music.
Definitely bigger than the Beatles, and quite possibly Jesus Christ.
All right.
And there it is.
Yeah, so setting the bar low. What do we got on the show today, Zach?
Oh, man, we're going to recap where we've been. I mean, we've been off for over a year now.
Has it been a year?
It's been over a year. Our last show was in March of 2019, which, if you recall, March of 2020 is about when quarantine started. So we're also going to get back on, talking about what we have been doing during quarantine as well.
What do tools do when tools are stuck at home?
What do tools do when tools can't do what tools do?
Exactly.
Well, when you put it like that, I feel much better about what I've been doing. Because it was truly toolish.
Yeah, sure.
Honestly, yeah, like you told us what you were doing.
We've got Stu's news, too.
Yeah, it can't be a Toolbox episode without Stu's news. Just a couple of teasers for you guys. You ready for this? A Disney character, or a Disney actress, is into some weird things now. That involves an OnlyFans. So...
Big OnlyFans guy, by the way.
Don't know what that means.
Alright, well, I'll explain who the actress is and what OnlyFans is with that story.
Thank you, Stu.
Yeah, of course. Also some, very, typical Toolbox news, homeless people living the life of luxury a month at a time. Highest paid actors, because we here at the Toolbox love money.
Yeah.
Or the idea of money.
Being paid.
We like the concept.
Yeah.
It seems like it would be fun. And then since, 2020, first show back,
sure.
We're going to guess the next great catastrophe.
Makes sense. Only makes sense in a year like this.
Well, I brought you some odds. So we're gonna run through those odds.
Love betting.
Yeah.
Love betting.
I'm the gambling guy.
Sure.
Big time.
Not the money guy, the gambling guy.
Big time.
We're also going to talk about the new Fortnite, which is this little game we like to call Fall Guys.
Yeah, Fall Guys has been crazy. Yesterday, one of my favorite Twitch streamers was streaming Fall Guys for 350,000 live viewers. And we're going to talk about that a little bit more and why this game has blown up so much.
That's only a quarter of what we normally get.
Later on in the show. I know, right?
I feel like on lifetime views, we haven't even scratched that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'd say
I'll explain that later too.
we're definitely in the thousands if you go by Facebook Live views. You know.
Oh, we're
in the
we're
thousands.
probably in 10,000 at least.
We're ankles deep in the thousands. I'd say.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
Yeah.
It's a fair assessment.
Just to clarify, what does ankles deep in the thousands mean?
So like you're in the water and your ankles are in.
Correct, but like 1,500,
No.
2,000.
We're circling about 10,000, maybe a little higher, as
Alright.
far as like overall views go.
Well, then this should be a walk in the park.
Yeah,
Let's
should
do
be
it.
easy. People will want to tune in, no problem.
I'm excited. I want to try Fall Guys though. That does sound awesome.
Yeah,
It's like the next craze that I can actually appreciate.
it's like another thing that I'm excited about the Toolbox is that we're gonna like expand too. Like we're not just gonna do like a podcast once a week. Like we're gonna do YouTube videos. We're gonna do playthroughs, live streams of us playing popular games or stupid games or both. Like Fall Guys is a very popular stupid game. So like if we get that going, like that'd be a lot of fun.
Games. That's what I'm all
Games.
about.
Yes,
Yeah.
Stu's the games guy.
I kind of freaked out when I heard that news because that is 100% up my alley, and I am all about those games.
Run it up.
Yeah,
Let's go.
and talking like weird ones too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It doesn't get a lot weirder than Fall Guys, bro. That game is just bizarre. It's just weird.
All right, well, I look forward to bringing it to the masses.
Yes, sir.
They will be the first ones too.
Yeah, nobody has ever played that game before.
No one's ever brought it to the masses like us.
No way.
I mean, if I haven't heard of it or played it, then chances are there are others like me.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Fair
fair.
enough. Fair enough.
I like to think of myself as like,
A pioneer.
no.
Oh.
Good gracious, no. A
Okay.
pioneer?
Yeah.
Oh, you know how like anti-technology I am?
Okay.
Pioneer?
An Amish person? I don't know.
I'm much closer to an Amish person than I am a pioneer.
Okay.
This computer business scares me. I don't know. I don't think it's going to take
Like,
off.
Says the guy with a laptop.
Stu,
in
no,
front of
that's
him.
what
my
I'm saying, bro.
sisters.
Stu has a laptop in front of him. That's the first time I've ever seen him with any piece of technology in front of him when we were actually doing the show.
It's
My mind is blown.
my sister's, and it's because I don't have a printer to print out Stu's news.
Who has a printer these days? You know?
Well, there's
I have
one
a
there,
printer
but
at home.
it's strictly decorative.
It's
It
even
is.
got paper in it.
I know.
Dude,
I know.
it's ready to go.
It's got paper in
That's
it,
where
too.
we keep our paper.
Okay. You just keep your paper in a printer.
Where else are you going to keep
Can
it?
be- I guess
Granted,
that
it doesn't work.
that
but
makes
if
sense.
you ever need paper, you're like, oh, let me check the printer.
It's fair.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, so Stu's news, Stu.
Are we jumping on in?
Let's
I
do
mean,
it.
we might as
All right.
well.
We always
We
kick
got
off
our
the show
headlines.
with Stu's news. So.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's see
Well,
it.
I've teased it enough. Gentlemen. All right, so thankfully I've never been homeless for more than a couple of days. But now this gentleman had been homeless for quite some time. His name is Daniel Albert Neha. He's 39 years old. And now he was busted living the life of luxury at Al Lang Stadium in St. Petersburg, Florida. And he had been living there for almost a month. This is the stadium for the professional soccer team, the Tampa Bay Rowdies.
I was going to ask if that was related to any professional teams at all.
Yes. Yep, stay tuned.
Okay.
Reading a news story. It's not a guessing game.
All right, so this is Stu's news.
Back it
That's
up. Back it
Zach's
up. Back it up. My bad.
We're not on games, Zach. We're on news. The stadium holds 7,200 people, so it's like not a
Nice.
modest stadium. It's like pretty big.
decently sized.
Sure.
Yeah. So this guy had been living there, and the cleaning crew was doing their, job cleaning up, once a month, I guess, because, nobody's in the stadium during COVID.
Right.
They found like a bunch of like razors and shaving cream. So all right, somebody's clearly living here. There's like clothes strewn around. And they're like, all right, he's not making a secret about it. Like, if anybody had walked in, they're like, oh, this is some dude's house. It's a luxury box. Yeah. So he was found wearing team merchandise, and he helped himself to the food inside the stadium.
Hey, at
like
least
he
he's
was doing
supporting
it
the team.
right. So he's walking around in fresh threads,
Yeah.
eating real well. Probably the best he ever has as a homeless man.
Sure.
So he allegedly stole over $1,000 in team merchandise. And
Is it really stealing if it's from your own house?
That's a good question.
That is a good question. Squatters' rights.
Mm.
Is that part of
There
it?
you go.
Hey, what's that thing? If you've
Isn't
been
it
there
like
for
3
over-
fifths of the law or something?
If you've been there for over a week, it's your house, right?
So
Sure.
I'm just going to go ahead and answer that fun question with a no.
Ah,
What the hell?
He also drank $250 worth of mini fridge drinks that are normally left for the owners of the luxury box. So apparently he snuck in when the cleaning crews came in. He was like, "Oh yeah, I'm part of the cleaning crew," and then just didn't leave. He lived there for a month.
What a guy!
Do you blame him though?
No, of course not. If
Exactly.
you're 100% no. I mean,
Well,
an empty stadium.
Well, were there any repercussions? Like,
Yeah, he's in jail.
Yeah, I'm sure he's in jail.
Also, which
Dang.
is not on the street. So
that's a very good point.
I
Yeah.
mean,
That's a very good
it's
point,
not
too.
as nice as a stadium luxury box.
But you get a month of just
Drinking like
of
wine
living it
coolers
up.
and beers and stuff.
Yeah, mini bottles of Jack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a life right there.
You having trouble sleeping? I'm gonna help myself to this mini fridge.
Yeah.
There you go.
So good on him, I say.
Honestly, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
that's kind of a win-win scenario for
Making
him.
the best out of a worse situation, I would say.
If you're gonna go for it, go for it.
That's a full send, as the kids
Yeah.
would say.
For
Correct.
sure.
Full
Yeah.
send.
For sure. That is a good use of that.
So I was, you know, it's one of those stories where you're like, he's breaking the law, but
He's
why
doing
not?
it right.
Yeah. Like, who did he hurt other than the $1 million sports franchise?
Right.
That poor, was it Tampa Bay Rowdies?
Yes.
Those poor guys.
Oh.
What are they gonna do?
Probably sell more shirts.
Nobody's gonna buy those shirts anyway, bro.
People are probably actually going to go to the
What the
games
hell are
now.
the Tampa Bay
I mean,
Rowdies?
They probably made money off of all the advertising they've gotten
Yeah.
from this. This is a big story. It was on CNN.
Now people are going to want to go there just to see the luxury boxes.
I mean,
You're like, can you imagine living
if
here
they're
for a
good enough
month?
for the homeless, they're good enough
They should
for me.
put. They should.
That is not how you want to measure
What a
your life.
tagline! What a tagline!
It's good enough for the homeless. It's good enough for me.
Is that part of the team's new like motto?
You're just implying that you're below the homeless.
I live in a house with like 7 people and a toddler.
Yeah, it's a house.
It's still a
You're already
house.
better.
Yeah.
You have a PlayStation.
You're protected from the elements.
You get to shower.
Yeah, sometimes.
And granted, that's like us like building you up too. Like
They keep gassing me up.
Yeah.
I'm here
Yeah.
for it.
Jaret's gonna leave this podcast with a big old smile and a new perspective on life.
Yes, sir.
You know what? It
That's
really
what we're
isn't
about
that
here.
bad.
That's what we're about here at the Toolbox, just changing lives.
Yeah, so good on him. It was Daniel Albert Neha. Now, Daniel, pretty normal name. There was another story about how a Redditor, he actually did the research and found the male equivalent of a Karen. Now, are you gentlemen familiar with what a Karen is?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the whole world is at this point.
At this point,
Mainly all the Karens in the world. They really don't care for it.
they really don't like it.
I know. I made the mistake of calling my mom a Karen.
Are you trying to get kicked out of your 7-person household?
Yeah.
She was so mad at me. She's like, "I'm not a Karen." I'm like, "All right, mom. I'm sorry. I'm sorry."
It's wildly offensive to people that act like Karens.
Yeah.
All right. So for those of you who don't know, if you've been living under a rock, a Karen is pretty much
Or homeless.
or homeless.
Well.
A Karen is a term used for middle-aged white women, most likely moms. They have the little bob haircut, you know what I mean? Like it's kind of cropped a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah. So, and they pretty much their tagline or their catchphrase is "Can I speak to your manager?" That's pretty much the tagline for a Karen. They're one of those where they're just kind of so snooty and annoying and judgmental and
Just the worst.
You keep
The
listing
worst.
off.
A
You keep
horrible
listing off
person.
adjectives, and you're right. Yes.
yeah. So
Nope.
that's a Karen.
Nobody enjoys a Karen, whether you're in that party or dealing with that party. Just
Mm-hmm.
it's not fun for anybody. You're the
Nope.
overly controlling, the worst. So it really has become like a really mean name to call somebody. Like if you want to hurt someone's feelings, be like, you're acting like a Karen right now. And that's
Yeah.
and
Sure.
it strikes. And you called your mom that? Oh my gosh.
that was when Karen first was born. Okay,
Yeah.
that's when Karen first started to come up. Before it became like, certain Karens out there taking it as like a hate term,
Like a racial slur.
like a racial slur. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
They want it to be deemed a hate crime to call them a Karen. You know that, right?
Yeah,
So
I
funny.
did know that.
And that alone just emphasizes how much of a Karen they are.
Yeah, right.
dude.
100%. Like
I'm more important than you.
Yeah.
You take that to Congress, and they were just gonna laugh and be like, "You're being a Karen right now. Stop it."
No, they were literally, can I speak to your manager? And the manager in this case was Congress.
Yeah, right.
What, the Speaker of the House? Like, what do you want?
Right.
So do you have any guesses? Zach, I might have told you the answers.
No, you didn't tell me, actually.
All right, so let me hear your guesses for the male equivalent of a Karen.
Dale.
That's a very popular answer. I've seen that on Twitter. But incorrect.
Richard.
You only get one guess.
Okay.
Frankly, right now you're being a Richard by guessing before Zach.
Chill out.
You are being a Richard. That means something else.
All right, you Richard.
Double meaning.
That already has a second connotation.
That's where I was going with it.
Man, I don't know. I wanted to say like a Chad, but Chad's not like.
That's the term for the younger generation.
Yeah.
Like a frat boy.
Yeah. So, man, I don't know.
Well, a lot of people actually did guess Chad, but the correct answer, and it's Dale. That's
Like
another
due to
very
a popular vote.
belief.
Popular vote, or
So it's not due to a popular vote. It's due to how it matches up with the naming, basically the popularity of the name.
Okay.
When kids are born. So Karen spiked in like the 80s or something
Sure.
like that.
Sure.
So the name that spiked right with it and followed the trajectory of the Karen is Terry.
Terry.
Oh,
Like the stepdad joke.
Put it in reverse.
Yeah.
What are you doing, Terry?
That is the most famous Terry that I know.
When your stepdad Terry comes home and drinks all your Mountain Dew, that's the meme.
I haven't heard that meme.
Yeah,
There's a meme. It's like an angry kid with like a really emo haircut.
You'll have to bring that
I'll
one
have
up
to.
to
I'll
us.
have
Yeah.
to. Hold on.
Interesting.
I'll find it.
The only father and Terry meme I know is Terry Crews, and everybody hates Chris. That's about it.
Fair. And everybody loves Terry Crews.
Yeah, how do you not like Terry Crews, dude?
And there's very few people that.
Cheeseburger Harry, or whatever it is, from Longest Yard, you know? Is he the guy with the McDonald's?
The fact that you remember anything from that movie is impressive.
He was
Are you
in
kidding?
Longest
It's very
Yard.
forgettable.
Yeah, everybody was
was-
in Longest Yard.
I remember him
The remake.
in The Benchwarmers because he was the dude who wore the toupee. He wore a blonde toupee. This big, strong black guy wearing a blonde toupee.
Classic Terry. So on this next one, I am very, very upset with this. I'm not a happy camper. For the sole fact that I worked pretty hard on the Stu's News. If you guys couldn't already tell, like I'm crushing it right now.
Yeah, no,
Uh,
you
and-
got it. This is
and-
the meme, by the way, real quick. Sorry, hate to.
Oh, that's
interrupt.
Terry. That's funny. But
Camera.
Well, I'll put it in post.
Oh,
It's
right,
called
that's right.
editing. Go
Alright,
ahead, Stu.
So when I say that I worked like pretty hard on this, I mean slightly more than the bare minimum. So it's probably over now that I've heard about it, but that's how these
Normally how it works for
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
How these
How
trends
these-
go. Yeah.
how these trends go. Thank you. So a YouTuber out of Indonesia has gained almost 40,000 subscribers for doing nothing.
It's a dream.
Correct. Now, I know what you're going to ask, and it's, Stu, how is this possible? We've been doing nothing for months. Well, let me tell you.
Many, many months.
He filmed himself remaining idle for 2 hours, 20 minutes, and 52 seconds, just staring into the camera. The occasional blink. At roughly around minute 56, it looked like his arm moved a little bit. I couldn't be sure on that one. I had been watching for a while. And at the 2-hour mark, his posture, you could tell it like slackened a little bit.
Okay.
And you're gosh darn right, I researched this article. So the name of this masterpiece, which can still be viewed on YouTube, is 2 Hours of Nothing. And it's got over 3 million views.
This is the most research he's ever done for a
I know.
Stu's News.
And I finished writing this article with FML.
Mm.
Because that dude unlocked it. Genius.
Yeah.
So mad that I didn't think of that first. Because
You know-
now I have to work and come up with these gems of stories rather than just sitting still for 2.5 hours.
You know what's
which I do for free.
You know what's sad? Like, you'll see people like on Twitter or Instagram have like 2 posts and they never post, but they have thousands of followers, and like that's not fair, bro. I posted a picture of myself on Instagram 2 days ago, and I lost 3 followers because I'm ugly. It's annoying.
I lost 3 followers. Man, you hate to see it. Though.
Did you use a filter?
Yeah.
Oof.
I remember. Was it the picture of you with your thumbs up?
Peace
Or
signs.
yeah, and it said smile or
It
something.
said talk less, smile more. That's a Hamilton reference.
And
That's also
It's a
hippie
what reference?
Hamilton.
Oh, you said like Hamilton at first.
Hamilton.
Okay.
The musical.
Yeah, I don't.
Manuel Miranda.
Cool.
Ah, well, speaking of Lin-Manuel Miranda,
Sure.
that kind of leads into my next story of the 10 highest paid actors in 2020.
Is he
Nice.
on the list?
No, Jaret, like, that was yeah, of course he's on the list, Jaret. Come on, man.
Oh, that's good for him.
Keep up.
Good for him.
But yeah, it was actually really surprising that he's on there. And the reason he's on there is that, got so much money from Disney Plus
Yep.
for them putting it on there. Have you guys seen Hamilton?
I have.
No.
I have.
I watched the first couple of minutes and then realized it was a play on TV.
Yeah, I don't do musical play stuff.
Yeah, like
so.
the whole musical thing, like it's cool, but like the rapping with the musical was just it didn't.
The
click
rapping
for me.
was your problem.
I can't
Well,
agree.
yeah, because they were rapping about like historical events and stuff. It's like okay, like I listen to rap for different subject material, not
Like
exactly history.
Drive-by shootings and...
Bingo.
Oh, all right.
Well,
Drugs.
sometimes rap is about
There's that.
historical events, if you think about it.
Yeah, but not Aaron Burr and Alexander Hamilton getting into a duel. That's not really what I. That's
That just sounds like a song about gang wars.
like the only rap song I'll listen to about history is that little Bill who sits on Capitol Hill. That's it.
You know who sang that or what that's from?
It's from
I
Talking
know
about
what it's
Schoolhouse
from.
Rock?
Schoolhouse
Sure
Rock,
is.
yeah, yeah,
There
yeah.
it is.
What?
Yeah.
Is that a rap song?
I mean, they rhyme, so
They rhyme in a lot of songs.
acapella rap. You know,
Is acapella rap a thing?
Acapella
I'm
rap.
sure it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have the internet.
It's called freestyling.
I'm sure that's a thing.
everybody
Now,
in the 313.
gentlemen, any other guesses? I've given you Lin-Manuel Miranda, probably the most obvious actor
Uh-huh.
on that list. Do you have any other guesses
And
of...
this is for 2020.
Correct.
That's tough because 2020 hasn't really been a big year for movies because
Is Chris Hemsworth on there?
Oh.
Well, $87.5 million begs to differ. And that's what the
So,
actor who
I'm-
made the most has made.
I'm trying to think of like a big movie that came out early in 2020.
Mm.
Okay. Not movies, actors.
Yeah,
Okay.
in general.
Okay.
Okay, you're not going to be
Is-
great
How
at
about
this.
Leonardo DiCaprio?
Leo
Yeah.
is not on the list.
Is Chris Hemsworth on the list?
Chris Hemsworth also not on the list.
Wow.
Bad job out of you guys. Number one,
Got
The
me.
Rock. Come on.
Why would you start with one?
That's always The Rock,
Yeah.
dude.
It's always The Rock.
Is that just like base income or income just off of acting?
It says just off of acting.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Dude,
No,
that dude
he-
is rolling in it.
He
Oh
is
my
the
god.
biggest actor in America right now.
Well,
he could win the presidency, basically, if he wanted to.
I mean, please.
Yeah, no. 100% would vote. And then number two, Ryan Reynolds.
Fair.
Very,
What was he in?
6 Underground came out earlier this year.
Okay.
a couple of things.
Yeah.
Netflix, a couple of Netflix deals. But then we've got a couple of familiar names: Mark Wahlberg, Ben Affleck, and then this one kind of surprised me: Vin Diesel.
For what?
So,
Oh, he came out in Bloodshot earlier this year.
he has been doing a lot of voiceover work.
Yeah,
actually.
he did like a superhero movie too, though.
Vin Diesel is Groot.
Well, yeah,
Fun fact. He's
Yeah.
every Groot. He's even Baby Groot, which blew my mind.
yeah.
When you hear Baby Groot, just
they
go,
have
"I am
voice
Groot."
effects, dude.
No, dude, it was all Vin Diesel. It's nuts.
Coming in at number 6, you've got Akshay Kumar.
Ah,
I believe I
Household
said that right.
name.
Out of Bollywood fame.
Household name.
Followed by Lin-Manuel Miranda, Will Smith, Adam Sandler. Adam Sandler's making bank off of
Oh,
Netflix.
well, yeah. Uncut Gems.
they put Uncut Gems on
is
Netflix too. So
Money
Well,
for him.
Uncut Gems is maybe money for him, but I heard it was trash.
I liked it.
It wasn't bad.
That movie was literally like 2 hours of just an anxiety attack.
It was insane.
Hey, props to Kevin Garnett. He actually did a really good job.
Yeah.
In that movie.
Yeah.
I didn't know Kevin Garnett was in it.
He's like one of the main characters.
Wow.
Yeah.
Big plot point for him.
And then number 10, one of my favorite actors.
Me.
Yeah.
Jared, you got something to tell us?
Jared.
Why are we doing this here?
Well, you
you
are
could
the
like
money
buy us
man.
a studio.
If you're making $40 million and we have to do this in my apartment, not gonna be happy, my man. Jackie Chan.
What?
I know. So apparently he does a lot of films overseas, and he's still like the biggest actor. Like he's a
Understandable.
huge actor.
I could definitely see
I mean,
that.
I would still watch a Jackie Chan movie. So.
So he's appeared in 5 movies in the past year.
Wow.
He's a busy man.
Jackie Chan. Is there anything that man can't do? Stunts, kung fu, comedy.
No, those are all things he can do.
Yeah, that's what else do you need in
Right.
Oh yeah.
actor?
Triple threat.
Huh?
But he can dance too.
If he could sing, he'd be number 1.
Maybe he can.
Maybe.
All right, so Jackie Chan is an excellent segue into explaining what OnlyFans is. Which is
Very good
my next story.
Very good segue for that. Stu.
So, Jaret,
Yes, sir.
this is a question for you because this was kind of like the time that you were watching the Disney Channel last year. I'm just kidding. So, are you familiar with Shake It Up?
No.
Zach, have you ever heard of Shake It Up?
Yeah.
Is that like the dance
Zach, you
one?
have?
That's the one where they
Perfect.
dance. It had Zendaya and Bella Thorne.
Dude, if Zendaya was the one with the OnlyFans, wow.
Nope. Other one. Bella
Bella
Thorne.
Thorne?
Yeah.
Isn't she like gross? Like I see on the internet that she's like gross. And she like doesn't bathe and stuff.
Well,
She's yucky.
here.
Why are you just destroying her right now?
That's just what I heard.
Hold on.
Bella
now.
Thorne, if you want to come on here and defend yourself.
Defend your honor.
No, that's why she got the OnlyFans. So, Bella Thorne, she's a Disney star turned award-winning adult film director.
Yeah, I remember that.
I did not. Announced, but good for you, Zach.
It was,
Announced
like,
on...
it was big news, actually.
Like, oh, I know.
I'm sure it was.
I'm very aware.
Great work.
Very aware.
Jared and I weren't clued into that, but I'm sure it was huge news, Zach. If it made Stu's news, I mean, there we go.
There we go.
So, announced on Wednesday that she had joined OnlyFans. And when she announced that she had joined OnlyFans, the site actually crashed.
Wow.
Yeah, that is the amount of demand people have for this former Disney Channel star, which in and of itself is pretty gross. But I get it. Like,
Yeah,
you
no,
know
that
the
is
person,
pretty gross.
But like,
Yeah.
it's like knowing the person, and now you're like, oh wait. So for those of
This
you
person
who
who was a
don't know,
child.
now, yeah, ugh. But you know them, and you're like, well, if they're already doing this, now, Jared,
I guess I have no choice but to be supportive.
Yeah, you gotta support. That's what OnlyFans is, man. You gotta support.
That's 100% what it is. Now, Jared, for those of us who don't know what OnlyFans is, give us the rundown.
All right, imagine Patreon. Okay.
Hey, by the
If you
way,
don't know
Toolbox
what
Patreon.
OnlyFans is, you 100% don't know what Patreon is.
I'm just gonna. All right.
Get them
I'm just gonna-
both out of the way.
All right. Imagine
Go fund me.
Patreon,
That's a better one.
but for internet sluts. That's pretty much what OnlyFans
Wow.
is. And I could be wrong, but I'm not. Am I wrong? I'm not.
Nah, they're not aggressively wholesome on
You don't,
OnlyFans.
you
No.
don't have to say. I mean,
So
yeah.
so
whatever.
it's a little bit
Them.
different because Patreon there's like levels to subscriptions that you can buy, and for OnlyFans it's like a base monthly subscription.
They do offer deals.
That sometimes they'll offer deals. Sure,
Fun fact, Bella Thorne's only charging $20 a month,
I guarantee that
You guys
OnlyFans is
know a
garbage.
lot about this.
But-
I guarantee you it's garbage.
but it's marked down to only $102 if you sign up for 6 months in advance.
I would never do that because normally you want to like.
Not a good enough deal?
And
or-
I don't know why I keep going with like the feet and water thing, but I don't like. Normally you want to
Yeah,
dip.
you got something going on over there,
You
Jared.
want to dip your toes in to make sure it's worth that much of a commitment, and if it's not, then that's it. You're in for a month and
I
you're out.
still don't understand the whole concept of paying for that kind of stuff, but
Normally it's like okay, so like an Instagram model.
well, I know, like
Who's really
on
hot.
OnlyFans, like if you pay the money, you can like interact with them or something, right?
Yeah, but if they have a lot of
Yeah.
subscribers, there's no way.
Sure.
But like the idea is you have an Instagram model who's like, guys, I'm making an OnlyFans. And you're like, oh my god, this is it. This is why I follow her on Instagram, Now it's like a step up. You got to see what it's about. That's the intrigue of OnlyFans.
So you didn't really do a good job of explaining though what OnlyFans is.
Okay, I got it. I got it.
Go ahead.
I mean,
so you make an OnlyFans account. Okay, you set up a subscription price, and then you post content. We're talking videos, pictures, and audio messages.
So are we doing that?
So
why aren't we on this?
So people have to pay money, your subscription fee for that month, and then they have a full month of seeing all of the content that you have on this OnlyFans site. It's kind of like Twitter, but with a paywall.
Now,
except there's no written.
What is the content that we're getting?
That depends on who you follow, man. Sometimes it's lewds, which is like not nudes, but like almost there kind of
like
things.
undie pics.
Wait, what is that? That is a new concept to me. Lewds?
Lewds, that's what they're called, yeah.
Wow.
Huh.
And
that's a fun word.
And then you have like other people who just like post naked pictures, and then you have like porn stars who will do full sex tapes and stuff. So that's what OnlyFans is.
Okay.
And there's another step to it. So yeah, you have those.
That really puts our little commercial into perspective.
So you have the original paywall to get into the account, but some people, and this is what most of the OnlyFans is now, is you pay that subscription fee, and then also you have to pay more money to unlock certain more content. So like, oh, by the way, they'll send it like direct messages to all of their followers. Like, if you want this video, I do this, and that, you have to pay this much.
Jesus.
So there's like a lot of money that goes into it. And
these people make money off of this stuff.
They make a stupid amount.
Do you want to hear how stupid?
Go ahead.
So, the press release announcing Thorne's OnlyFans account predicted this move is going to bring in rough estimates of $1 million a month.
Yep.
A month.
This is the thing. Women are smart, and people need to stop. People need to stop acting like they're not, because there are some dumbass dudes out there that are going to pay for this kind of stuff.
100%.
And I just don't get it. I just don't get that.
With OnlyFans, you got to pick your battles. Okay, you got to understand good investments and bad investments. That's what it comes down to.
Now,
it sounds like the whole thing's a bad investment from my standpoint.
If there's people willing to pay for it, why not?
I agree. I think it's hilarious that they're getting money from people like that.
There was an Australian race car driver, a female race car driver, who retired from racing because she was making so much money on OnlyFans. She's like,
God.
Hey, I don't have to train every day. I just have to take a picture of my butt. And guess who's making
Bingo.
That wasn't the exact quote. She was a little more graphic. So she just has to take a picture of her butt, and she's making more than she did winning races.
Yeah.
My God.
She already had her name out there, and that's the thing. If you're wondering and you've got an extra $20, you're like, I kind of want to see what that butt looks like.
Exactly. That's what it is, man.
But
I
don't know. More power to them, I guess.
The key is, like I said, dip your toe in that 1 month. It's like $15, $20. It's just for a month. You see what it's about. If it's for you, you can keep the subscription on if you're enjoying yourself. If it's not worth it and you got your fill just seeing what it was all about, just cancel it.
I don't know. I still don't understand paying $20 just to see naked pictures.
Well, we started a GoFundMe for you, Jaret, to raise, what was it?
$35.
$35. So I can understand, not everybody has the money to get an OnlyFans.
Which, by the way, the price point is so much higher now on that site.
Is it really?
Oh my God!
So
it is like $60 now.
We should make GoFundMes to buy girls' OnlyFans.
No,
we can't afford it ourselves.
That's not happening.
Get a communal pool going. We all share the password.
Oh God!
Oof.
I think that's how you get banned and sued.
Oh my God.
Well, that's what OnlyFans is. We will
Steve's
not be
news,
starting
we got
one of
sued.
those to answer a previous question from Zach. No, the Toolbox will not be doing an OnlyFans.
That's all right. We already have a Patreon.
Correct.
If you want lewds from us, buy that full subscription fee.
Or just follow us on Instagram.
That's going to be like $100 on the Patreon, but
do some thirst traps on the Instagram.
That's right.
Isn't that what the kids are doing now?
Isn't that what we just did?
Kinda.
Ooh, yeah, we did.
We need to get Jaret in a swimsuit on the couch.
We legitimately made an intro to a porn video on Sunday. That's what we did.
We full on made a porn intro.
If you literally, we're taking it a different way, but if we weren't, then it would make sense for both. It would make sense for podcasting. It would make sense for porn. When it really comes down to it.
I guess.
See, I hadn't given any thought to the idea of if we weren't making an intro to a podcast. But the fact that you brought up, if we had gone another way, I didn't like that direction that you just pointed me.
Yeah.
And I kind of like...
This is obviously a full theoretical
clearly.
scenario.
But seriously, sign up for our Patreon. There's bonus content there.
Exactly.
So far I've showed 2 people because it's not out yet. And they've both said, why did you use the biggest guy to be the guy who sits on the couch?
I love it. So awkward. I can't wait to get my
if you thought it
family's
was awkward
reaction.
for you.
I can't wait. I cannot wait until Jaret has to tell us what his family thought.
Because my aunt and my mom like all of our posts on Facebook.
Yeah,
bro. I am not ready for this.
That's
ready.
the majority of our fan base.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited to find out.
Yeah. Well, maybe this will blossom, and all of a sudden Jaret's got OnlyFans, and his career takes off. I don't know.
I like the idea of Stu hearing, of us hearing from Pornhub about it.
Dude, if we get copyright strike by
because
Pornhub,
I threw the Pornhub intro in there.
Yeah, like the little.
Yeah, but it says Toolbox instead of Pornhub.
Yeah.
As long as we identify as a satire site, we're okay.
I listed it as parody.
Yeah.
I listed it as a parody.
Yeah.
So
Good. We should be okay.
I think we're okay. We're covered under parody law, whatever it is.
And in case we're not, I have a team of lawyers to back me up.
In case we're not, hey Pornhub, we are open to being bought out.
Literally, yeah.
We will be the officially sponsored podcast of Pornhub.
Can we get like
I'll get a neck tattoo.
Can we get like I don't know who's partner like Riley Reid? Can she come on here just sit on a podcast? That'd be great. Have her on the show.
I didn't know where you were going with that.
Friend of the show.
Yeah.
Could she come in here and sit on the podcast?
Sit in on.
Yeah, there was a noticeable pause, and it got weird. I don't know. So we'll put that in the maybe pile.
Sure.
Yeah.
Getting bought out by Pornhub. So fun thing we used to do on the show was the yes, no, maybe board.
Yeah.
We do not have that up and running yet.
Not yet.
Want to go like new technology with it. We want it to be bigger, better, bolder.
So like a bigger board and more vibrant markers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Different colors for
I'm
each
just
one.
making sure we're on the same page here.
We're all on the same page here, Jared.
Just in case we had to explain it to a 4th grader, there it is.
Explain this to me like I'm 4.
Now explain it to me like I'm 2, because that didn't make sense.
Yeah, break it down more. Break it down more. Slowly.
All right. So throughout the show, we'll say certain items we strongly agree with, maybe agree with, or emphatically do not agree with.
Mm-hmm.
So if you hear us say yes, no, or maybe, eventually that'll all tie in. But until then...
So Toolbox OnlyFans is in maybe, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything's in maybe.
Just want to make sure that is in maybe.
That's true.
We cannot officially rule anything out.
We can't deliberate on anything until we know where the board is.
Fair.
So it's going to get real weird until then.
A lot of open-ended stuff.
A lot of stuff in the maybe pile.
That's right.
So speaking of the maybe pile, gentlemen, what do you think is going to happen in 2020 next, catastrophe-wise? Now, I've got a couple of events here with the odds of where this could go. Now, I want to know where you gentlemen stand. I think one of them is actually happening right now, but starting with the highest odds or the least likely to happen. Now, also, there is no way to secure payouts on these, as if these events happen, chances are the economy will crumble.
Sure, fair.
So, the least likely, starting a zombie apocalypse.
That's least likely?
Correct.
Obviously, that's least likely.
I would think there's many more things that could be least likely than that.
Well, yeah, there are several things that could be less likely than a zombie apocalypse, but for the sake of argument, I'm going to give you a couple of options, and I need you gentlemen to pick.
Sorry.
That's all right.
Jump in the gun.
So, we've got a zombie apocalypse, we've got a Yellowstone erupts, coming in at 2,000 to 1.
Oh, that just shut off.
So we've got Yellowstone erupts. That's 2,000 to 1 odds. And I wrote down like little stories with each one, but for the sake of argument, I'm just going to run through these.
Sure.
Coming up next, 1 in 1,300, an asteroid strikes the Earth. Now, there's actually a story about one coming kind of close, but they're not expecting anything for at least a decade to get that close again, so we're fine for right now.
Decade.
Well, that's the thing with, and I hate to get scientific here, but
No, please do. We could use some...
Light speed isn't like a measurement of speed, it's a matter of, time.
I thought you were going to teach us something. Everybody knows that.
So, if an asteroid is coming in, and we see it now, it could have been like 10 years ago. So, like, an asteroid could be on its way to Earth, and we would have no idea. That's the terrifying thing about being in space.
Well, they did mention that, you can, to a certain extent, track them, but for the most part, if they are going to, like, randomly, like, Maverick-style swing out of their normal course and almost hit Earth, you're not going to know until it just barely passes by.
Right.
So that's why it's so realistic. Now, coming in next is an ape uprising.
That is
Planet
above.
of the Apes,
That's more likely than the asteroid.
Correct. And you want me to tell you why?
Sure.
There's a story about this that, like, blew me away.
Monkey.
So recently, pranksters gave a troop of baboons at a safari park in the United Kingdom knives, screwdrivers, and chainsaws.
Pranksters did this, huh? Not terrorists, but pranksters?
Pranksters, yeah. It sounds like a hilarious concept.
Why would you give a monkey a chainsaw?
Or any of the things that they just listed.
Science? Why not? Like, let's see what they do with it. They
Probably
subsequently used to carry out coordinated attacks on cars. They may not have acquired those weapons on their own, but I still don't like how the apes, who previously spent millions of years or thousands of years using rock sticks and their own feces as their primary weapons, to understand how to use power tools. Terrifying.
I think the perfect balance here is just teaching them how to sign. I think that was a good thing to teach monkeys how to do.
I don't know.
Not use power tools.
Because then they start demanding stuff. I don't know.
Yeah. Give me the power tools.
Here is, like, my
it's
demands.
It's buzz, saw.
Buzz.
And then the last one here is aliens.
That's the most likely?
Yes. So earlier this year, the United States government released multiple videos of unidentified flying objects
2020's been wild.
that it has no explanation for. And if you've been following up with the news, there's more and more of this stuff going on. I myself am a firm believer that we've already made contact with aliens.
Sure. Believable.
It's not far-fetched. It's really not.
Yeah. I think that's
agree.
already happened, and I think that's how you explain, like, the age of the internet. And that giant technology jump that we
The
had.
huge jump.
It was aggressive.
It was.
You guys don't remember it, but I was alive for it. In the time before the internet.
Time before the internet?
Yeah.
It's
It's like a land before time.
terrifying.
How old were you when that happened, Stu?
Young.
Yeah.
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 But I still remember it. My first computer was a Macintosh Apple.
Okay.
No.
Okay,
It
relax.
sounds delicious.
Does sound delicious.
It had like a maze game. Like, in today's standards, garbage. But back then, innovative.
I just remember that old Windows pinball game.
Yeah, dude. My computer didn't have internet, but it had the pinball game.
Yeah.
I played it all the time.
That was the game.
Yeah.
You guys will never understand my plight.
Oh, you poor man.
Thank you. I had to walk uphill both ways to log on to the internet back in my day.
Was that all of them? Was that all the catastrophes?
Yes.
Way to go back and forth to the community center.
Dude, I'm feeling like is this still hurricane season?
Hurricane season is just about going
Our
on.
hurricane
It
season
goes-
was over.
Dude,
It
bro,
goes through July, like late
Stu,
July
thank
to
you, bro.
September.
I love
Or October.
Pineapple Express references. Nobody ever understands what the hell I'm talking about when I say
He
them,
literally
bro.
sent one in the Discord.
I know. I was so happy, bro. Like if I just sit here and just said, I don't even know how to light this thing on my own. Nobody would laugh. but Stu would
No,
laugh.
I'd help you.
Thank you. It's a cross joint. But don't you want to stay and smoke it? No, I can't even light this thing on my own.
Lingerers, man.
Bro.
So that's all that I have for Stu's news. You can edit in light applause later, right?
Yeah. Probably won't, but yeah, I could.
Okay. Well, the option's there. You go back, you listen, you tell me what you think.
Well, I'll mark that too.
There
you go.
Nice.
Marked.
Good man.
Marked.
Marked. M.
So, one thing we definitely wanted to hit on before, like, because I know we're like running out of time here.
Yeah, we're getting close.
Is
we're good.
that Fall Guys game?
Yeah.
Because that's the one I'm really interested
This
in.
is Jaret's specialty. So.
All right. So Fall Guys came out. I don't know how long it came out ago, but it reached a little bit of popularity about 2 weeks ago. Some YouTubers and streamers started playing it, and it didn't really blow up because right now it's officially blown up. But a lot of like big Call of Duty streamers like Tim the Tatman, Nick Merckx, a lot of these guys, Ninja too. I know most people know who Ninja is.
That's the one I knew.
That's the guy.
He's a streamer in the video games.
Friend of the show.
Is he?
No.
Yeah.
So
TBD.
they play Call
Maybe.
of Duty Warzone, and Warzone had like a glitch or a bug in it that just completely broke the game to where it's like a pixel glitch where you couldn't even see the gun you had.
Oh,
You couldn't
because the
aim down
guns
sight.
like turned into like urchins or whatever.
Yeah, they turned into like this big, like
It was literally like a spiky black ball.
that was terrifying. So they were so sick of this game, and like the people who watched their videos were like, dude, play Fall Guys, play Fall Guys. So like, you know what? F it, we're gonna go play Fall Guys. So they played Fall Guys, and the game just absolutely blew up. Fall Guys Twitter is really like, I don't know who runs their Twitter, but they do a really good job. They just got to 1 million followers.
So what is the game though?
It's pretty much, it's kind of like a battle royale, a little bit, but there's no shooting, there's nothing involved. It's like a race. So you have like 60 players to start. There's a race to the finish line with a bunch of obstacles. Then the first 48 people who make it across the line qualify for the next round, and then 30 people qualify for the next round, then 15 people qualify for the next round, and then you have like a finale where only one person left standing.
If there was something close enough to it in like for the average man to compare it to, I would compare it to like Wipeout. Like the game show Wipeout. It's basically like that in video game form.
Okay.
But instead of, a human, you're a cute little jelly bean that can put on costumes. It's adorable.
Do you get to decide your own costume?
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
All right, that's a nice touch.
And like, what I wanted to talk about today is Tim the Tatman, who's my favorite streamer. He streams Call of Duty all the time. He became a meme with Fall Guys because he played the game for a week and a half straight, over 300 games, and did not get a single win, which is crazy. Like normally it's like theoretically, mathematically speaking, you have a 1 in 60 chance to win. This dude's played 300 games and he has a 1.
That's not how odds work.
He became such a meme.
You didn't give any math to that.
Whatever. He became such a meme on Twitter and on Twitch and on YouTube and on Reddit that when he was streaming Fall Guys yesterday, trying to get his first win, he had 350,000 live viewers watching him play Fall Guys.
Damn.
And then he finally got a win, and the internet just lost it. He was number 2, number 4, and number 7 on trending, and what was on Twitter worldwide. And what was trending was literally just, he did it.
Oh wow!
And Tim won.
I saw that.
It was absolutely unbelievable.
That's
I've never seen
wild.
anything like that. Like that's one of like the craziest video game moments I've seen, and especially now in 2020.
Yeah.
With all this stupid like
I think
BS going on.
it almost rivals when our very own Stu Winsek won Fortnite.
Exactly.
All right, that was actually my follow-up question. Now, what would be more impressive, what that gentleman did, or if I won my first try?
It would be extremely more impressive if you won your first try.
Yeah. Because like Tim, he's not bad at the game, but like there's something called stream snipers, Stu, and what they do is they'll queue into the game the same because they can see when he's obviously live on the internet, so they can see when he's going in, and then they'll queue in at the same time and try to get into his game. And when they do that, they'll mess with him and try to make him lose. And he was dealing with all of that
Trolls
magnified by 350,000 viewers. So I don't know, Stu, what you did on Fortnite, and what sucks about Fortnite is like that was the best time to play because literally
that was the pinnacle of Fortnite when you played. It was the highest point that game has ever hit.
And then I won, and it was like, this game is trash.
And then everybody started trying really hard and started building.
Everyone started.
They built a Taj Mahal every time they got shot at one.
Yeah.
So it was ridiculous.
Stu can win. Anybody can do it. Like, I'm going to try that game. Like, all right, I'll never win again. That's fine.
Yeah.
It's like you shoot at one person, they build to the top of the map, and you're just looking up, and you just exit the game.
Well, you're playing different games. It's ridiculous. It's not fun for everybody.
This game
No,
is
I can
not
agree
it
with that.
anymore.
All right, so we're definitely going to try that game for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we ever get an Xbox version of it.
So what is it on? Is it just PlayStation?
It's
or
on
PC too.
PC and PlayStation. I'm not sure if it's on Xbox.
We
No,
could get.
it's
We could.
100%
I
not.
mean, we could theoretically set up a thing where we're at Jaret's or somewhere, and we stream off of that, and we
could
could
just
have
bring a
it.
PlayStation.
And it's also like
Yeah,
not cross.
exactly.
It's also not. This doesn't have crossplay either. So
Well, I mean, we would all just be together
Yeah.
and do it. So
so like that'll be. I think Warzone would be really fun for us all to play.
yeah, we could do Warzone.
Yeah.
Except you made a comment. You made a dig
Oh,
about
dude,
my
Your
KD.
KD's trash, bro.
My KD is 1.
My KD's 1.3.
Oh,
Garbage.
Who's Katie?
kill death ratio, Stu.
She seems nice.
Yeah, she's a very sweet girl.
She's a good
Comic relief. You guys were talking about boring stuff to me.
All right, so yeah, definitely Fall Guys. I know we don't have a yes, no, maybe pile, but I think that's firmly.
In the maybe pile.
Yeah.
Maybe.
That's
Yeah.
all we have.
It's firmly a maybe.
100% right on top, my man.
We talked about ankle. That is thigh deep in the maybe pile. Like we're about to dip our what into the cold
Well,
water.
it's just because the maybe pile has gotten so big over the course of the show. But yeah,
Got like 2 things in it right now.
hey man, that's more than none.
We got more than none.
So we're up against it right now. We have one more talking point.
We do.
All right. What's that last talking point?
What do tools do in quarantine?
Oh, okay.
I think that would be a very
That's not a bad
fun
one.
thing to talk about.
Okay.
So I'll go first, I guess.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sure.
What have I done during quarantine? I have been
Save best for last.
being unemployed, being annoying about it, and I have dove headfirst into Call of Duty, and that's like all I do now. That's what I do.
Okay, so you dove first in Call of Duty, and you talk trash to other people.
Is that what
aren't as
we're
good.
waiting for you every day so you can play Call of Duty when
What do
you
you
wake
mean?
up?
Wait, you're waiting for me every day because I live an hour away from here, and it's a very long haul.
Why didn't you leave earlier?
Because I work till 5.
Thought you
I
said you
were
don't
on
work.
appointment.
No, okay. The job I like, which is calling calling sporting events for Ursuline College. What's up? UC, go Arrows. There's no sports to call, so I'm stuck with
Okay.
my 9 to 5 every single day, and I hate it.
So you do have a job.
I do have a job, but it's not the job I would prefer to be doing.
Okay.
All caught up. Jaret's playing
Yeah,
video
we're on the same
games.
page now.
Okay, who's next?
I'll go.
Yeah, I figured we just go around.
Sure. If we go in a round, it can go either way.
This is
But
counterclockwise, but
yeah, you're just making it weird.
like
You're making it weird for pointing it out.
I know
actually.
we usually go 6 to 3 on a clock, not 3 to 6 or
Just saying.
6 to.
But
9.
it's fine. No, it's fine. I'll save the day. So, the bar shut down right before St. Patrick's Day.
That's tragic.
Love that.
Mm.
Nah. So it shut down St. Patrick's Day and March Madness. Like, that's the busiest month for
Ooh.
us by far. So all of a sudden, old Stu's out of a job. So I got really into making money.
How?
The stocks, my
There it
man.
is.
The
There it
stocks.
is.
Did you know that there's a lot of money to be made in the stock market?
Is Stu gonna do like a stock talking show?
Stock segment.
A
Stu's
stock
money?
show?
Stew money? Mad money?
Stocks with Stu.
Stocks with Stu.
Stewie stocks?
Stu stocks.
Stu stocks.
That sounds like Stew stocks.
Or Stu socks.
Stu
And
stocks.
I'm less interested in that.
We already knew that part.
Somehow I'm more interested in that.
Significantly less interested in that.
Yeah.
I just don't care.
I don't know. It's a mixed bag. Stew sucks at stocks sometimes. Oof. But no, actually, beginner's luck. Like, love that money. Woohoo! So, put all of the money that I had into stocks, and I'm not following the usual investing trends, which is diversifying, making informed decisions, doing your due diligence.
So are you just saying you're winging it?
Yes.
All right.
And it works.
He's sending it.
He's
I
going
am
full send
Full
with it.
sends into
I'm
stocks.
full sending it, boys.
You know, I hate to veer off the path
No,
that
you
you're
don't.
that you're setting, but Stu yesterday said, "Bruh, I'm dying," in the Discord chat, and I've never thought I would see Stu use the term "bruh."
I normally say bruv, which is the English
British,
equivalent.
mate.
Yeah.
Dude,
I'm from England, yeah.
I was watching a YouTube video of Fall Guys from guys from like England, from the UK, Sidemen. I don't know if you guys heard of them. like they talk so fancy, like they're saying like grotesque things, but they're saying it like properly, and it's so funny to me how different like the lingo is.
100%. There's two different dialects over there, like the proper Queen's English or the
Cockney.
Yeah, I mean it's not quite that bad, but it's like one or the other for the most part. And if you're well spoken, it sounds like the most regal thing in the world. But if you're from not the greatest area,
Isn't like Manchester? Isn't that the area that's like a little? Because I know there's like a like Darren Till's a UFC fighter, and he speaks like not very proper, but he still has that British accent.
so
I think that's what you're talking about.
and it's really is a mixed bag. But when you get one next to the other, it's so glaring.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you're fancy and you're not. Oh, this is uncomfortable now.
All right, Zach.
Yeah. Oh, me. What did I do?
Oh,
Like nothing. I got laid off back in March. I have done some streams. Been streaming a little bit.
what are you streaming?
Video games.
I'm a bad friend. I'm sorry. Please continue.
I was streaming some games. Played Call of Duty on stream. Played, the usual crap. CSGO, Call of Duty, Fortnite. Stuff that no one wants to watch anymore.
Hey, Warzone, it might come back. They fixed the glitch. So we'll
Maybe.
see.
Maybe.
But I put out a little bit of. I put out a YouTube video. It, whatever.
What was on the YouTube video?
It was just a gameplay. CS:GO. Me playing a video game.
I put out a Warzone win on my YouTube.
Yeah. Was that the one you shared? No, you shared you sniping someone out of a helicopter.
Oh, dude,
That was pretty cool.
that clip was nasty.
Um,
I'm nice with it.
and then aside from that, I have been like itching to get back into doing the Toolbox. So, I mean, it was a month ago that I started contacting you guys again and wanted to set something up, and lo and behold, here we are.
Here we are.
If you dream it, you can
Yeah.
achieve it.
Yeah,
And
like-
that's really
like
the
we never
message
left.
that we're trying to instill upon our listeners.
Mhm.
If you believe, you can achieve.
Just look at me. Tupac.
Toolbox.
Tupac.
Just look at me. Toolbox.
Was it Tupac or Toolbox that said that? I always get the two mixed up.
R.I.P.
That's one thing you can't get mixed up. Follow us on everything, right?
Yeah.
Twitter, we're very active on the Twitter.
What is that? What is that at there, Jaret?
At Toolbox_show.
There we go.
And I have to go.
I already know the Instagram one.
All right, then go for it.
It is also at Toolbox_show. If you look for us on Facebook, you can look for us at The Toolbox or Toolbox_live would both show that. Be sure to check out our Patreon. That'll be linked in the description.
And I'm gonna press M again. Boom, M.
There we go.
Full screen of our social
We'll do our
medias.
logos.
What was the OnlyFans?
We don't have that set up yet.
Onlyfans.com/boxed.
Your boys at the Toolbox.
Boxed.
And just be sure to go and like that Pornhub ad because it's hilarious.
Oh yeah, we didn't really touch on it because
We touched on it back and forth, but
I'm sure we'll touch on it some more and
yeah.
We were gonna record
I'm getting uncomfortable with how much we're saying touch on it.
get real handsy with it.
Yeah, you did.
Like a
Real gentle brush on the side of the face.
No. The script called for a meaty hand graze, and a meaty hand graze I gave.
I was uncomfortable with meaty too.
Anyway, we're gonna record that day. My board didn't work, so we were like, "What can we do?" Like, we can make Jared very uncomfortable for 20 minutes.
We're gonna make everybody.
We can make everyone who watches that video feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But it was fun. It's gonna get the people talking.
Oh my god!
It's gonna bring in some attention. Good
it's
or
gonna-
bad,
it's
attention.
gonna bring in
It's gonna
attention.
get people talking. And we're gonna wrap it up here. But we're excited for what we're gonna be bringing to you moving forward. A lot of games, a lot of fun, a lot of distractions from the not great time we're having here in 2020. So it's gonna be positive, unless we're being horribly mean to each other. But that's our kind of
We
humor.
made it this show without really digging into each other, so I mean
Yeah,
that's
we're gonna keep it peaceful for now. I mean,
Sure.
gotta get at least through like 3-4 episodes.
gotta let people get comfortable before we really rip them down.
That's right.
So we're gonna be creating some hilarious
Build them up to
content.
break them down.
Be coming at you every week with a new podcast.
Yup.
Keep you up to date with the comings and goings of the Toolbox.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we got for you today.
Yeah.
Here from the Toolbox.
Can we get more edited clapping, please?
Edited clapping.
Round
Edited
of
clapping.
applause. Yeah.
Woo! Here we go.
Look, and the
Here we
crowd
go.
goes
Some
wild.
cheering. Yep.
Yep, very, very good. Wow.
We'll get
That
to
guy is very enthusiastic.
We're gonna do.
Yeah, we're going to do that.
We'll get to the outro here, but before that, with Jared Andrews, Zach Ristamecki, and I'm Stu Winsuck. That's it from the Toolbox. We'll catch you next time.
Bye.